Sleep debt is, from what I've heard, it's when you owe your body some sleep because after a bunch of late nights you don't gain back the sleep that you lost. So, like I said, I'm still sleeping early for school. I mean, I'm sleeping early for school and I'm waking up early.
Like I said, I'm still sleeping
Early.
for school. I'm sleeping
Yeah, early.
for school and I'm waking up early.
So I'm not gaining back the hours that I lose on the weekends, which is really just Friday and Saturday. I am waking up at 5:30 consistently for school, not a second earlier. And I was able to I applaud myself. I was somehow able to get up every one of those days. But at the same time, it was still bad because I'm just building up this piling, piling amount of sleep that I owe myself. So every day I would come in and my friends would tell me, "Yo, are you good? You look so like sad, or you look so like down. You look so depressed." And it's like, "Huh? What are you talking about? I don't feel like how you're describing me." And I think it's because of how tired I was. Like I was so mentally drained. I couldn't even put on like a neutral face. My face always looked like negative. Unless I'm with a friend and I'm smiling, laughing at a joke or something. And then just my neutral face is just like the same face you'd see on somebody who just had, I don't know, a long day of work and nothing is going for them. So yeah, all that losing sleep really did was just make my school days way worse. And to make matters worse, in junior and senior year I decided that I wanted to do sports. And so if you don't sleep, you don't recover as well. So sleep was growing ever more important, and my addiction to staying up and gaming was only getting worse. So yeah, it wasn't one of my best ideas. I think it was a really good idea to start sports, but it wasn't a good idea to maintain the same bad habits that I had. I should have readjusted a little bit. And I'm pretty sure there was just some days I couldn't help it because I was just so tired from sports and just using so much energy that sometimes I'd sleep early. But trust me, I would diligently make sure I'm staying up late and playing the game as long as possible. Um, so yeah, I'm terrible at sleeping. Um, but now not so recently, it got really, really, really terrible where I'm sleeping at like 5, 6. I've completely left myself off the rails, and it's not looking too good. And I'm waking up at crazy hours, like 3 p.m. Holy unemployment, right? Um, and this was over the break, so I'm breaking out of college, right? This is over the winter break. So ideally, I should be building something, for myself. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just this just isn't it. Okay, this is the last thing I should be doing. And I was doing this instead. I was just rotting. Okay, I was waking up at crazy times, and it made me realize like I'm not gaining anything out of staying up early. I am only losing. Like there is nothing to gain out of this. I'm just waking up sluggish even after getting good sleep because I'm sleeping at times where the sun is starting to come out. And like naturally the sun just makes you go like wake up. So it's like when I do wake up, it doesn't feel right because I didn't sleep when it was actually dark. And, it's crazy, man. And then now when school resumed, it bled over. I thought I could sleep terribly over break and fix it all in a couple of days once I got back, but no, that's not true. Don't try that at home, kids. It's not gonna work. Yeah, I slept ungodly hours and I still woke up for class because I didn't want to skip any of my classes, especially early on. Like I tend to like wait a little bit, see how the professors are, see if they're a little lenient or they don't do participation, and I don't have a test this day and I can do the assignment at dorm, then I'll start skipping. But early on, I did not skip a single class. So I would go to class off 2, 3 hours of sleep. And to top it all off, I've been really, really disciplined about no caffeine because this was in response to what happened over the winter break and the terrible sleep. I'm like, okay, if I'm sleeping at 6 a.m., caffeine got to go, because caffeine is the excuse to not change that. Caffeine will get me up and running temporarily after every day that I have 2 hours of sleep. So let me cut this out completely so that I can force my body to just naturally get sleepier. Turns out that doesn't really work when you continue to sleep consistently at 5 a.m. and then wake up at 8. Yeah, for some reason I did that really well. I think it's the way my schedule is built. So like I have a morning class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then on Tuesday, Thursday I have a noon class. So I got 12, and then yeah, they're both 12. They're both 12. So I am able to sleep more. So I just like allocate for it. So if I'm sleeping at 5 and I'm getting the 3 hours, then I'm sleeping at 4 and getting like 7 hours. And then sometimes I might just skip and then get a lot of hours. But that doesn't happen too often, to be honest. And the only reason I skip is because of my sleep. I just can't wake up. I feel so tired off the wake up. I'll sometimes wake up, turn off my alarm, and not even know that I did that. My roommate would tell me, yo, you woke up and you picked up your phone and then your alarm turned off and you went back to sleep. It's like, what? I did that? And most recently, the scariest thing that happened was I fell asleep really early one of these days, and that's really unusual. It was 1 a.m. That's really early for me. It was very unusual that I slept at 1 a.m. And I actually felt tired like before I slept. So, and I slept in my clothes that I was wearing for the day, which I never do. So I woke up in the middle of the night or something, and I grabbed something, I hear, and then I put it next to my bed, like on the table, and then I went back to sleep. And my roommate told me this. I didn't even know that I did this. So he's telling me I did this, and I'm just in like utter shock. At first I didn't believe him, but when I woke up, there was two things like right next to me. And I put two and two together. Oh, that was me. I did that. And it was crazy because I've never had something like that before. Like I just artificially gave myself sleepwalking. Like it's crazy. Please don't do this at home, kids. Yeah, so that just really knocked some things into my head. Recently, I've been getting sleepy earlier and, been making an effort to fix it, reducing the screen time and stuff. But yeah, and now I know that sleeping earlier definitely makes the day a little better, less foggy, you know, less foggy throughout the day, feeling less like wired, and not having to rely on that instant spike of energy from caffeine feels good. Feels like I have more control. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Um, stay away from not sleeping. Stay away from not sleeping. Gotta work on that. All right, peace out.